Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing very, very well. I'm super excited to do today's reading because we're looking at what wish is going to be coming true for you. So absolutely beautiful. And I do believe that there might be multiple wishes here for you if you resonate with the message. So use your intuition to tap into whichever stone is calling you towards it. One will most likely have the predominant energy or message you are needing. Although if you are being called to multiple piles, listen to your intuition. It will not lead you astray. All right, so come up with what you will see, feel, or hear that can confirm to you indeed this is your message, that this is your blessing, your wish. And yeah, I'll put the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It'll take you directly to your pick. For option 1, we have this ginormous piece of clear quartz. Option number 2, we have the rose quartz. And option number 3, we have the smoky quartz. All right, so feel free to pause the video and then lean into your intuition. I will let the video run for a bit so that you have enough time to just tap in and resonate with the energy of the stone, and I will see you at your pick. Hello, my beautiful pile 1. Pick one. You pick the clear quartz stone. Beautiful. We're going to get into your reading and take a look at what wish is coming true for you. Pile number 1. I am so blessed to be here, and I'd love to thank you guys for joining me today. Please lean on your intuition to what you will see, feel, or hear to confirm indeed that this is your message for the wishes that are going to be coming true for you. All right, so I have not looked at these. I just pre-shuffle the oracles. We have tarot as well to get confirmations if indeed we need confirmation. There are a lot of cards coming through, so we might not need tarot, but we'll see what comes through. All right, so let us take a look at this together. We have fiber. We have this masked, looks almost like a robber with glowing eyes. Looks like a window behind or a painting, and the moon in the background. A lot of darkness coming through with that card. We have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Now, we don't necessarily read too much into words so much as the energy of the card in conjunction with all the reading. So don't get too hung up on the verbiage that's going on each of these cards. We have throne, position of authority. Okay, and we have November. Wow, well, I'm filming right at the beginning of November. If you are watching at the time of the posting, although these readings are timeless, it certainly can be confirmation as to when this wish is coming true. So I'm getting goosebumps. Now look, we see in the background here some mountains. It looks like a tree trunk. It does look like, you know, a mixture of fallen leaves and snow, which is happening here anyway on this side of the hemisphere. But you see the sun popping out, or the moon. It's the top quarter, and here we have the bottom quarter. So interesting, whether that is the sun or the moon. We're seeing two kind of quarters of it. So okay, let's keep going here with the energy. If you do have a name that starts with a T, serve that as confirmation. Okay, so Teresa, I just heard. Quantum entanglement. Interesting. And we have constellation. Okay. We have faith. We have ancestor of exile. Kind of want to readjust these just to give us a little bit more space, because I know we have a lot of cards coming through. Okay. We have rejoicing with 26. You have learned how to make the most out of life, or the number 8. I do feel it this way. We have 39, the magic touch. You are accessing true magic from deep within. Wow. Or the number 12, or the number 3, the magic touch. Okay, we have mysterious mother, number 4. We have let it go with number 24, or the number 6. We have delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. We have rats, number 23, or the number 5. And then we have the 7 of clubs, which is the 7 of wands. Okay, and we have align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. We're seeing that again, that message coming through. Where are we going to put this? Up here? Sure. Okay, and then we have planets. Have faith in, do not worry about. Now is the time to. The North Node. North Node. Okay. We do have some space for some tarot right now. I will pull a few cards, although your message, pile 1, is coming through. It is coming through quite clear. We're going to pull a few cards here to add a little bit more context. For pile 1, Spirit, what is this message all about? What wish is about to come true here for pile 1? What is this wish all about? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy surrounding you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. And thank you, Spirit, for protecting me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you so much. All right, so we have the King of Wands, and I'm being told to read them all in the upright. So King of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Lots of wands here. I am being told to pull one more. And we got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, can you see this? Yes, you can. Let me just have a sip of my tea. All right. Okay, pile 1. So, been a long uphill battle, I feel, for a lot of you guys. I feel like the biggest challenge that you guys had in your life was overcoming something, was moving forward from something, was a release from something that I feel you were really stuck in. And you might have felt really held back or stuck in the middle of, or unable to gain momentum and empower yourself to move forward. I feel like there are energies around you, maybe other people, or just the situation kind of happened to overtake, I don't know, I want to say your life in some way, because I feel like it was really had a hold of what you were building for yourself, or what you were trying to accomplish in your life. So you might have been on one path and then all of a sudden got hijacked by a person, an energy, something here that got you off track. And I feel as though everything does certainly happen for us and for a great reason. So I do feel like this, whatever this hijacking of energy happened for a reason. But I feel as though this wish, this thing that's happening, is your release from whatever this situation, person, circumstance has been. And I feel like it's been very, it's been resurfacing in many different ways, coming out in many different ways in your life. And I feel like at times maybe there was there's an energy here of you maybe feeding into something, believing it to be something else, or just an idea you had that you had less power than you actually have to make something happen. I feel like there's always been a belief inside you about what you wanted or where you wanted to go or what sort of outcome you had in mind. But I feel like no matter how hard you tried or no matter what it was that you were trying to produce or overcome, it just felt like if it wasn't one thing, it'd be another thing, but all kind of tying you back, holding you back, not allowing you to make progress. So for some of you guys, I do feel there were other people involved, lots of conflict here, and I just feel like there was a vision or something you're trying to create or something you wanted to have for yourself, and it felt really almost impossible, or like you didn't have it in you to be able to accomplish this because of your circumstances. So there is this new energy here coming from within here with the mysterious mother. I think you're finding a way to pull from within you a part of yourself that I think might be a place that you haven't pulled from either ever in your life or for a very long time, or thought you had in you, to be able to drop, let go of whatever situations, people, circumstances that were negatively impacting the situation or the forward progress of where you were supposed to be going or aligning yourself to. So you might have been trying to, I feel like this energy to me feels like somebody who was trying to make something happen on a path, because I feel like you had a vision and it seemed as though it was a more challenging path of a way to get to a place that didn't quite happen. So I feel like you were able to surrender, trying to force, I don't know, force things to go in a certain way or force something to be what it's not. And I do feel like this surrender and this acceptance of what's not is opening the door here to what is, so that you still are able to find your way to accomplishing what this is. Because I feel like you're still headed in the same destination, but the path to this destination is different than how you thought you'd get there. So I think this is a blessing, because I think you were fighting very hard to get here, and you had a very, I don't know, you had a lot of conviction. You had a lot of charged energy behind trying to accomplish something. I feel like you felt like you did not want to give up, but it did feel like you were removed here, and not by choice. So what Spirit is showing me is that you are on track and that you are headed exactly where you want to go, and that any energies here that were slowing you down or weren't a part of your journey in getting to where you need to go are falling away. They no longer have a hold on you. Now, they might still be around, but the power they held over you, or your tie to these energies, have now, they're not heavily charged. They're no longer victim to circumstances or people. You now have a power within you to move past this. I feel like there's this new focused version of you to only work with energies that are helping propel you towards your vision, your goal, and anything that has been working against you or slowing you down is no longer impacting you in the same way. I feel like there is a sense of freedom. The fact that we have November too, I do feel like this is the month where everything kind of comes to a head, where you feel free of these restrictions. You feel free of these people. You feel free of any bindings you might have had or holdbacks you felt. You might be resonating with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And if not, it certainly is the energy you're encompassing here. I feel a very strong Aries energy, which is somebody who is empowered. I feel like you're now able to tap into your own power to step forward where it might have been very difficult. And here we have position of authority. So pile number 1, I feel like you're taking a leadership role here. Yeah, a role of leadership, and specifically when it comes to your life. Here we have the 4 of Swords, we have the Lovers, and we have the Father of Cups, and we have the 7 of Cups. So Cups is all about our emotions. Cups is our creative pursuits, and I feel like you've emotionally grown from a situation here, which might have been very emotionally almost like a lesson here in having to understand one's emotions, be able to control one's emotions, and then understand where to pour energy towards what emotionally matters and what does not. So I feel like there is a lot of emphasis around you having the power to choose and not giving away your power to others to choose where you can be emotionally invested and how targeted you actually can be when you have good reign over your own emotions. And I feel like this does come with a lot of suffering and pain at some point. I do feel like you had to learn the hard way, because there might have been people who've disappointed you, or who maybe you expected some sort of outcome or depended on them emotionally in some way to provide something or allow there to be, I don't know, like a contribution here to your overall goal with somebody. But I feel like the lesson learned here is understanding that you can get to where you want to be on your own. And I think this is empowering. It's like you don't need to involve yourself with how other people necessarily get to where they need to go, that it's not about whether they have your buy-in or whether or not, I don't know, I just feel like you're able to now understand and see differently, see how you relate and connect with people differently than maybe you have in the past. And I do feel like maybe you chose at one point to put your faith and your trust in somebody or something. Like you made a decision and you chose wrong or poorly, or you felt like you chose the wrong person, or you felt like you chose the wrong thing, but it resulted in an emotional maturity. It resulted in you getting clarity. It resulted in you getting more balanced emotionally. And it could be that you were leaning in on one side of your energy, like maybe you were more in your receptive feminine energy at some point, allowing things to flow, allowing things to be, and then taking time to recognize where you can be empowered, where you can step into masculine energy, where you can be in charge of things that you're able to take charge of, which I think is a game changer for you, but also to know how to balance both the masculine and feminine energies within you so that you get the outcome that you want. I also feel like maybe there was a lot of fear and seeing certain things within you, shadow side of self that might have been scary to look at or to address. So it's easier to shift or focus on other people, how they're able to make things happen for us, or how they could be problematic, or how they might be the issue with whether we move forward or accomplish something, rather than looking at ourselves and why we're unable to detach, or why we have certain aspects, shadow sides of ourself that is deep within our subconscious that might be not allowing us to take the accountability back to us of why we were unable to move forward, or why we were stuck in some place, shifting the accountability or blame, or seeing it as the circumstance or somebody else being the reason why we were unable to accomplish something or move forward with something in the direction we wanted. I feel like whatever this is, though, this is a big goal for you guys, pile one. Like, this is almost like a life purpose, a life partnership, a life career, or something that is getting back on track for you. Because I feel like what you've done is you've taken accountability. You now can see parts of yourself that maybe were suppressed or that you did not want to see. And I feel like I said, this comes with a great emotional maturity here, and seeing things very different than the past. So I feel like the delusion we're seeing here might have been the way you were not wanting to accept how parts of yourself might have been more empowered than you were allowing it to be, that in this situation, to allow there to be shift, to allow there to be change, to allow there to be movement. And so I feel like this resulted in you feeling cut out from your dream, cut out, left out, stuck. And I don't feel like this is going to be the case anymore. So let's get final words here from Spirit for you guys, pile one. Spirit, what is this final message? Anything that is unclear still for pile one in regards to this beautiful wish come true for them? What can they expect? Thank you so much, Spirit, for this guidance. Clear and concise message. What do they need to hear? Thank you so much. So we have the moon. That's that subconscious. Fears. That's that delusion. And now we're kind of seeing through what we might have not have in the past. Judgments. All about reflection. Four of Wands. That is a rite of passage. You guys are now on the other side, I feel here, of where you guys were at, and getting closer to this union, this goal, this celebration. Son of Swords. That's the Knight of Swords. Yeah. So wherever you guys were held back, I feel like the opposite energy is coming through here. And like I said, it's most likely this month of November here, although this is timeless. So if you're watching it whenever outside of the month of November, know that the month in which you're watching this is when you're making the most headway. The Four of Wands is a very positive card. This is all about structure, foundation, family, home, coming together, marriage, union, celebrations, like I said, a rite of passage, a milestone. I think November is a pivotal point here where all the foundations of what you're building here is coming together. And I feel like you're facing this head on. And I feel like you're also facing challenges and conversations and people and situations that you might have avoided or might have been more difficult to deal with. I feel like you're able to confront this head on. And this is what results in this building of this foundation, because you're not held back, you're not removed, and this comes because you've had some time to really reflect and take a look at everything kind of that's transpired here, why things have happened the way they happen. But I feel like the reflection here was also including your own accountability, your own role, your own involvement in what this is, and how you might have done things in a way that you're now seeing as might have been not to your own best progress, your own, I guess, ability to get further ahead towards what you want. Like you had the power to do things differently here. And I feel like you see this now as something that you've confronted, that you're able to address fears, that you're able to address your shadow side that was restricting or limiting, and that you're able now to see things for what they are, truths of people and situations more clearly. So now you can confront it. You now are no longer making up a story or a belief in something here to support an idea, to help keep you stuck in some way, either intentionally or unintentionally. But I think subconsciously how you were acting was, or how you were being, or how you were showing up here was contributing to things maintaining kind of stuck, or at least not getting you the results that you wanted. So your wish, pile one, is liberation, is movement, is you're seeing the light, you've confronted shadows, you're able to confront other things and people that might have also been in the way. You're now laying the foundation here to some structure, a big pivotal point in your life that I feel is very important to you, be it a relationship, or, you know, your future sort of vision of where you want it to go. It's no longer obstructed by things. And I think you held the faith, although on the surface, maybe we were down a path that might have not have been leading us straight to it. We've learned lessons in how to get to where we wanted to go by keeping faith, by keeping trust in ourselves, by course correcting and realigning ourselves to what actually works. And I feel, seeing rejoicing here and the Four of Wands, there is a talk here about a celebration. So I feel like you're being celebrated, and I feel there is an energy here that you haven't been able to really fully immerse yourself in for a long time. And it is one of accomplishment, one of celebration, one of finally being able to find joy and celebrate yourself, and let go, be able to breathe. Like I feel like I could breathe a sigh of relief here. It feels very beautiful, and I don't know that you knew you'd get here as quickly as you did. I do feel like with faith here that you knew that this was something that was meant for you, and I don't feel like you ever gave up on your vision of what that is. But I feel like the part that needed shifting here was letting go of how you'd get there, or letting go of your vision of how it would unfold in some way. And when you did that, or when you do this, this is where things become a lot more easy when it comes to the flow. Things kind of come to you. And I feel like you hold the whole world in your hands here. I feel like you hold this gift. It is something that, yeah, that is coming to you out of the work you were able to do. So you feel very accomplished, and you should. You really should. Pile number one. This is a beautiful energy. I hope this resonated for you guys. I love you very much. If you were drawn to another pile, I will see you there. If not, then have a blessed rest of your day. See you soon. Hello, my beautiful pile number two. You picked the rose quartz stone. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to get into your reading today. I'm so pumped to see what wish is about to come true for you. Pile number two. Let's take a look. Use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear to confirm indeed that this is your message, so you know that this is the wish that you will be coming true for you. Now, your pile had so much coming out. I feel as though there is a beautiful wish you're about to be granted here, and I don't know if we'll need tarot, but because there were so many cards, hopefully I could fit them all here. Let's take a look. So I pre-shuffled the oracles, have not looked at them. Let's reveal them together. We have Rue, with the key of the moon here in the background. Okay. We have two people, and this is an oracle card, so it's to be read intuitively. Looks like somebody is taking kind of a guarded type position. Could be a child and an adult, and then the child looks like is confronting this adult in some way. Someone looks more offensive. Someone looks more defensive. We have Aurora Polaris. Okay. Let's see. Put that like that. And we have density. And we have dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. Now don't pay too much mind to the words, Morris. We read the energy of the card in conjunction with all the other cards here. All right, so we have dagger. We have binary star. We have miracle. Wow, pile number 2. We have spirit of healing. Beautiful. We have 31, automatic negative thoughts. You're learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to, or the number 4. Okay, and we have 73 with restlessness, or the number 10. With all these eyes and this clock. Okay. We have 28, or the number 10 again, broken open. And we have number 10 again. We have 3 10s here. 10, 10, 10. Close encounters. And we see 2 butterflies and a cage. Close encounters. We have extraordinary with this peacock. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. And we have clouds with the number 6. And then we have what looks like the king of clubs. So that is the king of wands. Clouds. Okay. You guys might have been drawn to pile 1. Maybe. It's a little bit of 1 energy coming through here. We have lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it is not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. All right, and we have receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy. Interesting, we have spirit of healing. And universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. And we have the planet card here of Jupiter. And Jupiter, it says, learn or teach, be positive about, grow and expand. Okay, let's pull some tarot to get some further clarity here on this beautiful wish that is coming true for you guys. Pile number 2, Spirit. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. What is this wish that is coming true for pile number 2? Thank you so much. And please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. Thank you so much. So Jupiter rules the planet of Sagittarius and Pisces. Could be in your birth chart. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and I will be reading these in the upright. And we have the Ace of Wands. New inspired beginning. And we also have the 6 of Wands. Beautiful victory. Okay, give me a minute to tap into this energy, pile number 2. There's a couple of cards here that I do want to communicate or read from the book. One of them is this Rue card. And then we'll take a look at some of these planetary cards here just to see if we can get some more. But let's tap into the intuitive part of your reading first. So you guys are wrapping up a cycle here. You guys might have been drawn to pile one because I feel like the message is similar, but a little bit different in that I feel like your struggle at some point here was really within self, more so than with pile one. Without giving too much away with pile one, I feel like there's almost like this journey of self, but you knowing that there was something within yourself here that you were struggling with, trying to overcome in some way. Like a lot of you guys could have been going through some, like a dark night of the soul or some very intense self-discovery in some way. And this could have been as a result of anything that's traumatic, any situation that left you feeling broken in some way. I feel like you were left with having to pick up the pieces and really having to master yourself from the inside. I feel like a lot of you guys have hit rock bottom in some way, or felt stuck there, or just felt like yeah, like you didn't see a way out. You didn't see the light. You weren't able to see what this was for. And I feel like this might have put you in a position of yeah, like I feel so many different trapped emotions here. I feel confusion, I feel defeat, I feel sadness, I feel fear, I feel like disappointed, I feel also almost like unfazed in some way because there's too much to process. So I feel like you've gone through a whole slew of different emotions intensely here, that you're trying to scratch and claw and find your way out of where you were sitting, having to hold a vision here of what more is there, what more can I do now for myself, because you felt like maybe there was no way up, or maybe like you were stuck in this sort of a negative space, having to constantly relive or peel back scabs of situations that you might have thought you've healed in the past, and reopening and revisiting. And so I feel like what this message is showing is there is a recognition here of how absolutely beautiful and unique and special you are, an energy being here that has a unique gift to give to the world. I feel like you're tapping into your unique abilities, something that you've been born with and you've solely been born with, that you're able to bring forward to other people. So it could be a unique gift of clairvoyance. It could be a unique gift of being able to heal through whatever, through your hands, through just being around you. I feel like there is a surfacing now of who you are and what this purpose was all for. Your real self is cracking through all the pain, is now submerging from the darkness, and it's a beautiful light. And I feel like the gift here is you're able to see this. You're now seeing a crack of light here, which I feel feels like seeing the water when you're at the desert. You know, and for others, they might think, well, this doesn't seem like the greatest gift ever, because I don't know, like it's just something here that people take for granted. But I feel like this is giving you so much hope. This is giving you a revitalized energy to believe in self, which I feel has been gone for some time. I feel like maybe you guys felt like at some point you'd give up on yourself, or like nothing was going to get better, or like there was no purpose, rhyme, or reason for the suffering or the pain. And now you're understanding that you have a lot more control, and that there is this gift that you've been gifted to bring to the world, and you have the ability to keep pursuing your path in order to hone what this is, so that you can come forward more empowered and expand through this. So I feel you feel more whole. I feel you now have direction, more so than you have in the past. Like you could see that, like I said, that water in that desert of there being hope. You could see there being something further, there being a purpose to, I guess, your next few steps here. So it keeps you going. I feel like through this, there's been a lot of trauma healing. And not only from whatever that situation, I feel that might have triggered this, like I said, but a lot of different things that you've experienced in your life. So you might have had to question everything, conditioning through society, your beliefs that you might have once carried. I feel like there's been a lot of questioning about everything in your life so that you could really identify who you are authentically and not align yourself with just somebody who was having to live someone else's role for you. So the transformation was happening inside pile number 2 for some time now, and it might have felt like a lot of steps backwards and not a lot of progress, and you weren't even sure were you transforming, and there's a lot of pain. But I assure you, whatever you were going through was a huge transformation. Things were happening. You were shifting inside. And although there might have felt like there was no progress, you might have felt victim, you might have felt stuck, you might have felt held back, you might have felt caged to your thoughts, caged to your experience. There was so much going on here that was allowing things to shift. And I feel like although you still feel caged, I feel here, because there's still transformation. I feel like you can now see yourself on the other side as this transformed being. You can now see a vision of what this is for and how you can break free and get out of whatever state. But now you're more reveling in this healing process. You're now not fighting it. You're no longer resisting. You're now open arms, accepting that this is part of your transformation, part of your journey, part of what makes you beautiful. So I feel like you're more welcoming. You're not fighting this. You're seeing the beauty in yourself, and you're seeing the more healing you do, the more empowered and the more special gifts you're able to carry as a result of your reflecting. So it's giving you clarity. It's giving you power. It's giving you a new zest towards life in a different way that I think you have not been able to feel or express or see up until now. So it's a great feeling, and you feel like you've accomplished something great. You feel like you've overcome the darkness. You feel like you were able to get through the darkest parts of yourself, and now you're able to find some sort of peace. You're now able to shine in areas that you didn't know you had before. So I think you're confronting a lot of your inner child wounding and your inner child suffering and things that you experienced throughout your lifetime as a child and just in the past, and maybe even in your past lifetimes, ancestral wounds. This really feels to me like a spiritual journey of dark night of the soul and having to shed ego and an ego death and having to really re-find one's authentic self, and then coming into contact with your spiritual gifts and who you are as a spiritual being, seeing the beauty and the light that you carry that is unique. And although we are all connected, you find the uniqueness within self, that you just being a part of this world adds value in a unique way, because you are special, you are unique, you're unlike anyone that you know. You bring this energy to the world that you actually see yourself as someone who is unique. And I just feel like there's a flip in the mindset. Yeah, this automatic negative thoughts. I feel like there's a flip in the mindset now. You're now able to see the beauty in yourself and the beauty in this experience because there's a light now. So let's read Rue and see what is the Rue card about. And usually with the first card having the most power here, I feel Rue is going to add some insight. So we have Rue, Ruta gravolins, has a long-standing reputation as an herb capable of reserving or breaking spells that are manipulative or harmful. It is used to banish negative energy, to aid in protection, for purification, and for consecration of ritual tools and other objects. In the card, we can see the shape of the sorry, I can't read that. Cimaruta. It's Cimaruta. Cimaruta, Italian for sprig of rue, and a symbolic charm against the evil eye. The plant itself should be handled with caution to avoid skin irritation. This and its bitter flavor may explain its link to the verb rue and its connection with regret. Perhaps because you don't respect the plant or those who use it. Regret will find you. Messages. A little charm can go a long way. A smile, a kind word or gesture, or a token of thanks can have a great influence. Shields up. Take heed to protect yourself, as negative intent is afoot. If you're feeling continually cursed, you may need to face the bitter truth that you're responsible for this trend, not others. Time to do a cleansing ritual to undo the web that you've gotten yourself in. So that's the inner child looking at self, because I feel like there is now an energy here of you taking accountability and you knowing that you create your own reality, and that you understanding that this isn't something that's happening to you. This is happening for you in order to get empowered, to see your authentic self, to be able to step forward and hone your unique energy and special gifts to bring this to the world. This brings a lot of healing. So yeah, it's you're now able to receive what the great spirit wants to bestow upon you as far as gifts and vision and self-worth, and it's taken a lot to get here. So the worst of it is over. Pile number 2, I feel like your gift, your wish, is this ability for you to see the light, for you to see the beauty that's within you, for you now to feel like you've overcome the rough spots and you're not in this sort of stuck place that held you captive, that felt like death, that felt like you were unable to see a way out of. It's beautiful here. And I think that you're seeing what a beautiful gift you actually are and what you possess. And I think this is overwhelming. You know, this is very overwhelming when we see the beauty in ourselves, when we see what we're able to contribute to the world, and we see ourselves from this youthful eyes that are no longer tainted by how we should be or what we need to be like in this world, and we allow ourselves to submerge from within who we actually are. This authentic being that we might have suppressed for many, many years is now coming to the surface, and it's like a welcome home. So this is beautiful energy. I don't think I need to read any of the planetary, but I do feel like I want to pull some more tarot for anything that I might be missing here. Spirit, is there anything further that needs further clarity for pile 2 that they might not be understanding that I might have missed? It's going to provide a little bit more understanding. Final words, guidance here for pile number 2 that needs to be communicated. Thank you so much. We have, again, the 6 of Wands, victory. This is being celebrated, you know, being celebrated by the people around us, being victorious. And you could just be really in an energy here of congratulating yourself for overcoming such a difficult point in your life and being able to be victorious over the suffering. The 9 of Wands. And yeah, that's the spiritual warrior. Just when you thought you'd give up here, justice. Yeah, I do feel one more. One went flying. Yeah, the moon, which is the subconscious. You guys might be tied to one, but I feel this is more of a deeper spiritual sort of experience. I feel like you've had to really go in your subconscious to face fears, your shadows, things here that have been suppressed, and face it in order for you to conquer, for you to be victorious, for you to be able to emerge from the other side victorious. I find it interesting here is like all darkness, you know, like navigating through the forest and trying to understand what's real and go through maybe things that we've been in illusion about with ourselves that we might have believed to be true because we were led to see things in a certain way, and having to navigate in the dark, our shadow side, and then rising above that now in the light here as this butterfly. I feel like you've really transformed here. This is all about metamorphosis, and I feel like it's a spiritual transformation of you being reborn into who you are, and it's now you're in the light, is this new reborn self. Like through all of this sort of darkness and chaos, you're now rising and celebrating the fact of who you are, and now seeing this as a victory and being celebrated by other people as well, because they can see your gifts, they can see your transformation, they can see who you are now through your hard work and your dedication. I do feel like it's been, like I said, quite the journey, having to ascend to get there, to understand parts of yourself that are the most difficult to look at and shine the light. Like here you see the light is shining on the moon side. You shine the light on where there was darkness and fear, on parts of yourself that was really hard to accept or see for what it is, in order to allow yourself to purge whatever you needed and find the justice. But what this is all showing me is finding the balance between your dark and your light. So being able to integrate who you are in your shadow side and not denying it, allowing yourself to recognize shadow sides of yourself, and then being able to bring that into who you are and be adapting this more in a balanced way, so you're able to find a sense of balance. I feel like you're balancing masculine, feminine energy, your dark and your light attributes, so that you're able to be more grounded, balanced, and have a more, yeah, just like a life here that is more aligned to your authentic being and truth. So I feel like there's an energy here still of you still having to transition, is what I feel, okay? Like you're still transitioning, but I feel like the darkness is behind you, and now you're kind of together, as whole as you've ever been. But I feel like there's a looking back, because I feel like you're still dealing with things here that now you can see and look back on and resolve differently. It's now when you look at situations and circumstances that you've gone through, you're seeing them through different eyes, and you're finding a way to reconcile old pains. But I feel like there's still a looking back. So although you are ascending, you're moving forward because you are evolving. I feel like the more you look back on things and traumas and situations in order to understand them in your subconscious and reconcile these thoughts and make peace with them, the more you ascend. So I feel like there's still more work that you're doing, but now you're actively engaged in what this process looks like. You're no longer resisting or fighting. You're now understanding that the more healing you do and the more peeling back of this you do, the more together you feel, the more whole you feel, the more balanced you feel. But there is a future here for you guys that is more expansive. So I feel like you're just looking at the situation completely different now. You're seeing this as a healing potential, because the more you do this, the more you expand, the more greatness that you'll be able to celebrate here once you get through the bulk of what this is. So this is a beautiful, beautiful energy, pile number 2. I hope this resonated for you guys. If you were drawn to 1, there are some similarities as well, although like I said, I feel this one's a little more intense. If you're drawn to 3, I haven't done that one yet. That might be something for you as well. We'll see. And bless you guys. Love you very much. We'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. You picked the smoky quartz stone. Beautiful. Let's get into your reading, shall we? So we're asking Spirit for what wishes are coming true for you. Beautiful pile number 3. So we'll use your intuition to tap into this, what you will see, feel, or hear, so it can confirm to you that this is indeed your message. Have not looked at these oracle cards, so I don't know what we're going to see, but let us see. What is this wish all about for you guys? Ooh, we have oak. That's beautiful. So I'm feeling it's something here you've been working on for quite some time. Pile number 3. It's taken quite some time, a lot of endurance. Look at that. We have two people hugging, embracing. Okay. And we have scintillation. Just put that there. Scintillation. And we have the telescope. Okay. We have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Do not put too much weight into the words, so much as the energy will pick from these cards. Interesting, we have a friend here, and then we have an embrace here. Okay, we have valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. We have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And we have forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Okay. We have creation. And we have ancestor of hope. We have 67 with spiritual growth. It says you are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Okay, that's also number 13, and 13 is the death card in the tarot, which is all about transformation and spiritual growth. We have number 7, ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. Okay. 7 is the chariot in the tarot, about movement. We have number 6, it is what it is. We have intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Okay. We have dog coming out twice. Dog is all about loyalty. Number 18 or the number 9. 9 is the hermit in the tarot. And we have the 10 of hearts. That's the 10 of cups. Okay. We have slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. So you need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. And we have the card of houses, personal power, the mysteries of life, a major change. Interesting. Okay. The 8th house is also about sex and intimacy, shared finances. It's about property, joint ventures, goals, mystery, partners, and resources. So we're feeling a sense of partnership here coming through. Okay, let's pull some tarot and see what we get here. Spirits, thank you so much for this message for pile 3. Clear and concise message for the wishes coming true here for pile 3. Thank you so much. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. So what is this? What is this about, Spirit? So we have the Magician. That is Virgo and Gemini energy. We have the Chariot coming out, which I was picking up from the number 7 here, and the ungrateful daughter and earthly mother. That is also Cancer energy. We have the 5 of Wands. And we have the 8 of Cups. And we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, I do want to read this scintillation before I get into your reading here, to see if there's any sort of extra information I can pull from that card. Oh, well, we have the telescope coming out, and you did get telescope, so maybe that's a sign for us to see what this is about. Let me put these over here. So telescope, it says increased vision. We're part of a channel that goes both up and down at the same interplanetary importance. A microscope and a telescope are tools which prevent us from missing out on the micro and macro, but they are not necessary for our cosmic consciousness, which can be achieved without limitations or external objects. However, we can achieve cosmic consciousness without the need for external objects. The telescope refers to the object that we are all aware of as a tool, which allows us to see further than the human eye can in order to capture the display of celestial bodies. This card refers to our inner telescope, the mental power to see beyond what our eyes are able to. We know that there are planets out there that we are able to see them thanks to a telescope. We know that there are energies around us, and if we use our inner telescope effectively, we will be able to see them too. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Let us look at the scintillation. It says flash of light. Scintillation is a phenomenon which consists of quick explosion of light, which can be of low or high intensity. This glare of intense light indicates that something or someone has a quality that they are normally missing. It is a brief but good omen that can repeat itself. It is important to bear in mind that it is an expression of light and energy. Ultimately, it does not matter how long it lasts or if it will be repeated. Instead, one must be able to enjoy the light that it brings. Okay. Got it. Let me put this out of my way. And just give me a second here to tap into this energy. Okay, so I'm getting a baseline here. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm at the wish so much yet, which we might get there. But I feel like there's been an experience with somebody here who has been a little bit unruly, might I say. Somebody who you might feel might have taken you for granted, or maybe somebody who is just being miserable in some way, or not appreciative, or not showing respect, or just you didn't really understand what this person was, why they were behaving the way they were behaving, and it might have impacted your friendship. This could have been a sibling, it could have been a lover, it could have been whatever, a work partner, just somebody here in your life that I feel you felt close to. Okay, you feel close to this person, but I feel like this person might be going through whatever journey they're going through that I feel like you might have not really understand, because this person could just be acting out in some way, and yeah, acting out in some way that's not understood. And so you've had to, well, you didn't really have to, but I feel like you've been in this person's energy trying to make sense, to see a bigger picture of like what is going on here, like learning a lesson here of, you know, do you remain loyal to people if they, to what point do you not remain loyal? To what point do you detach? To what point do you say, you know, enough is enough, because my own sanity here is what I need to focus on, you know? So you've been going through a spiritual lesson here, and I feel like the lesson is learning about boundaries, learning about how to unconditionally love others, how to be able to accept people kind of as they are and who they are, maybe even knowing certain parts of them might be not true, or that they're not seeing certain parts of themselves, but accepting what is what it is. And I feel like you've been trying to cultivate something here, and maybe you've been trying to cultivate a better relationship with this person, or just trying to create something fruitful, trying to, because you could see a vision of what could be from this person, and maybe working with this person, or a vision you had of coming together to build something, but it could be that this person was very flaky, or that you can depend on this person, or when you thought you could trust this person showed to be not someone who is dependable, not somebody who you could rely on. And I feel like it's been very painful for you. So I feel like you've learned patience here. I feel like you've learned to understand, to allow nature to take its course. I feel like you've allowed there to be an intervention of spirit to guide circumstances in a way. But I also feel like you also learned how to take control of yourself, how you can get engaged with your own self despite how other people are showing up. So you might have had to pull from your own reserves, like parts of yourself that you didn't even know you had, in order for you to still move forward, to create, to find a sense of balance here. So it's been difficult because I feel like this other energy might have made you feel stuck, or might have held you back in some way. And I feel like you guys might have been really trying to create something here. So maybe this is a business partner that's been dragging their feet. Again, this is an energy I feel I've read for in the past. Okay, or it could just be somebody that you've seen a potential future of something here that you wanted to work on and move towards, and this person has been against the grain, not working with you. And maybe you felt like this person, you know, would be somebody who you could have trusted at some point, or you've seen a huge potential here. And so you wanted to be loyal to this person, but this person gave you every reason to not be, because it's just, they're very challenging. So I do feel like this lesson has been one of self, and it's been magnified by dealing with this person, you know. But I feel like the ultimate goal we had here of something that is worth creating, having hope of something that you still want to attain, and learning patience and how would you move about getting there. So I feel like either you've had to detach yourself from this person, maybe you had to completely remove yourself, which was very, very painful. And that might have been the lesson in itself, was how do you detach? How do you walk away? How do you remove yourself when at one point maybe you were very emotionally invested or wanting to see something here, and but the vision of what you saw for yourself in the future is kind of where you needed to go. So I do feel like you took your power back, and I feel like this has already happened. This is why I don't really see this as the wish so much coming true, and we'll pull more tarot. But as far as maybe where you're at right now, I think maybe the fruits of your labor still have not ripened. I feel like whatever you were trying to work towards still has not, you know, ripened, like I said. So that may be something that Spirit is wanting to show us that is still coming. Like when we plant the acorn, it takes a very, very long time to form into this beautiful oak tree, which requires a lot of patience, and it requires us to, you know, not rush. We can't rush the seeds. We have to be at the mercy of however long it takes, and how great the soil is, and you know, the environment in which this seed is growing, and watch it kind of grow in this helpless energy, because we can't really do much except for hope that it rains enough, or that it gets enough sunlight. Some things we can't control, you know, we can only control maybe watering it once in a while from when we can, but certain things are out of our control. So I feel like this is how you felt around this person. So I don't know if this is a family member, because I kind of feel like this is someone you can't necessarily so much detach from, for whatever reason. So it almost feels like maybe it's a child, or like I said, maybe it's somebody who owns part of your business. You can't just say, you know, you're no longer involved and cut them out. But I feel like there was a need for you to understand how to work with this energy in order for you to still be able to move forward and not be held back. So it's been a very interesting dance of you still not sacrificing self, and not being held back by someone else's journey that might be struggling here. So it feels very intense here, but I feel like you've been going through this for some time. So I don't feel like this is new news, but I feel like if you have not yet been able to remove yourself, I feel like the Spirit is showing you emotionally detaching in a way that is healthy for you, so that you can empower yourself in some way to still accomplish something that you're wanting. Okay, so this is coming through as well, but let's see some more, because I don't know necessarily that definitely does not sound like the full extent of what this wish is. So Spirit, what is this wish that is coming true for pile number 3? What is this wish that pile 3 is getting that they do not see, or that's coming true for them? Clear and concise. What is this wish all about? Okay, so we'll read these kind of in groups. I do feel like we need all of these. So we have the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. We have the Temperance, Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Let's put these over here. So we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the Son of Cups. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So I don't know, like, if some of you guys could have, like, this could be a spouse, some sort of contract with this person, with the Hierophant here, because it could mean marriage. It's a higher learning, a tradition of sorts. So I feel like what's happened here is I feel your energy of having to take the higher road of an understanding here, because I feel like you understood a situation from a higher level, and you could certainly be the spiritual teacher here in this journey of having this higher road, but having to encompass this energy in order to make something happen, which takes a lot of, I mean, it takes alchemy to turn, you know, lead into gold, because I feel like what you're handed by this person's energy or the situation has been very challenging. So you've had to be very wise. You've had to pull from areas of your self here, and only take what you're able to in order to make something. So it's very limited, I feel here, but it's like you're like working like a very wise, intelligent magician here to be able to master something. And I feel this allows you to see very clearly here where you're supposed to go. It gives you certainty. It gives you clarity where you might have felt like at the mercy of this person or this circumstances that were limiting you in some way. I don't feel it limits you. I feel like you can see clearly. I feel like you understand maybe where there was challenge, and maybe this person was, again, being not only sabotaging for themselves, but trying to sabotage something for you, and maybe not wanting to embrace some sort of truth here. So there was a lot of conflict, but I feel like there is, with the Knight of Wands, like I feel there is some victory. I feel like there is some movement. We saw the Chariot, which is all about victory. The Son of Wands is all about inspired movement and still seeing hope, being able to move towards something. We have the Ancestor of Hope here. So you get this hope that comes in, and I don't know that you feel hope in the situation yet. So this might be the wish coming true, is that this hope, this inspiration of clarity, I feel leads to something, because we see the Death here. And I feel like this is the experience that you went through. I feel like it has to transform. I feel like it's over. Okay, pile 3, like whatever you experience here is over. With the 10 of Swords and the Death, it's an ending. It's now transformed. It can never be what it was. So sometimes it's painful, right, to understand a connection, a relationship that was one way, and it can never go back to what it was, because it changes completely. So we experience something in a point of time that completely shifts and transforms, but this allows for the new to come in. So I do feel like there is a rebirth in some way of, like, this is the apology card here. Well, Son of Cups is more the Knight of Cups, coming in with love, coming in showing gratitude, coming in with an expression of love, but it can also be showing an apology, showing one's desire to express one's self emotionally and passionately. The two knights are moving forward here, and I do feel like there is some level of coming together, of understanding, I don't know, like I just feel like there is movement where things were stuck. There's an end to stuckness. There's a transformation and a morphing here. So whatever is stuck, because I feel like there's certain things that you're unable to change. You're now able to work with certain parts of this situation in a way that still allows there to be forward movement in some way, because I feel like certain things are still stuck, or certain things still haven't progressed, or certain things still haven't moved, but it doesn't limit your movement. It doesn't limit how you show up. It doesn't limit what it used to limit with you. I think you're clearly seeing something here differently. So this shifts everything. This shifts this energy. We will pull some more because I do feel like this is quite the storyline here. The Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We did say Taurus and Sagittarius energy. We have Scorpio coming out as well. So I feel like a situation that is stuck still kind of almost seems like it is unmoving, but I feel like there is a change and a transformation in this stuck situation. So I don't know. Yeah, let's pull some more to get some clarity, because I don't know if this is to give you some insight as to what this is about, because I do feel like this could have been somebody very stuck in a a thought pattern, stuck in their way in some sort of comfort zone of being, or too scared to take a chance in some way with that Four of Pentacles. But I feel like there's also a lot of movement around this. And the spiritual transformation. So Spirit, what am I missing here for pile number 3? What is this wish that's coming true in regards to this partnership? What is this wish all about, Spirit? Clear and concise. Thank you so much. So we have the Son of Pentacles. You have very slow moving energy. I was feeling that stuck and slow energy. Okay, Son of Pentacles, but forward movement. Now we have the Son of Wands. That's that Knight of Wands again. So yeah, something that was really, really stuck and moving slow. Like I feel like it's now the Knight of Wands is very quick energy. Okay, what about the Son of Wands? We have the Lovers. That's a choice. The Lovers is about following our love or passion or creative pursuit, someone we love, something we love, with the Lovers, and having a decision to choose this. Gemini energy. The Two of Cups. Wow, pile number 3. Partnership. Balance, strength, Leo energy. And the Ten of Swords coming out again. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about dedication, perseverance, staying to task, putting in the energy and the time and the dedication. So that's what the Son of Pentacles is somebody's determination, dedication. Is this your energy? No. So, pile 3. I feel like whatever situation you're involved here, I feel like there was somebody here who you seen as a very good friend at some point, a loyal friend, or someone you felt loyal to. Okay, whether they were loyal to you or not, I don't know. I think you wanted them to be, or at least you saw them in some way, but I think this person acted out, like I said, or showed you a side of them that I think didn't deter you, or didn't, I don't know, didn't make you treat them any way differently, but it really hurt you, I feel. So I feel like there's an energy here of this person where they were stuck. I feel like there's movement. I feel like this person is wanting, like, if you guys are resonating with this being a romantic person, like this is the Lovers and the Two of Cups. This is definitely finding romance. This is finding a common ground. This is finding balance and peace between two people coming into union together. If this is more of a family or a friend situation, I feel like this person is coming in with a balanced perspective, like choosing to move forward, dealing with whatever stuck energies that this person was needing to deal with. Like I feel like this person is facing any sort of inner conflict, looking at where they're stuck, looking at certain parts, I think, that require strength from within to look at. Because when you see the strength card, it does require a lot of courage. It requires courage for us to face situations within self so that we are able to face external situations that we might have not wanted to face because there was fear, or there was an inability to be honest, or yeah, just lacking courage to do something about it. So I feel like there is this clarity, there's this courage, there's this movement, and I feel like whatever challenge, struggle has happened, it has happened, but I feel like it's ended. I feel like the end of that whole phase has allowed there to be movement, has allowed there to be now this decision here, or this choice that this person has to really face a truth here, due to an ending. So maybe you did walk away, or maybe you've had to detach emotionally here, and this person has had to really go within to find an answer here of how to find balance. Now, I don't know if, I don't feel like you're holding grudges against this person. So I don't feel like this is someone that you would necessarily not want to work with, because again, like I said, I don't know if this is like a family member or somebody that you can't really detach from and say, well, never mind, like sometimes we're able to do that with people that really hurt us. But I feel like this is somebody here who I don't feel you want to detach from, or that you have a lot of love here for. 5 of Swords. Yeah, this is where nobody wins, because somebody's behavior caused a lot of pain to both parties and caused damage. It can't be rectified, because what's done is done. What is what is. Interesting, we have the Lovers here in the number 6, which is the Lovers. So what is like, I feel like the damage is done. Okay, and maybe that's just it. It's like the damage is done, but what do you make out of that damage? What are you able to create out of a situation that was stuck and fixed? Because I don't think that you're able to fix what was broken. To be honest, I feel like this is now building upon it. This is now making something different. This is now watching what you can create from a situation that was damaging and broken in some way. So maybe this is new life. What the Death card is all about, transitioning into new life. So this could be birthing new life into a connection here that's been very painful for you, where you experience a lot of suffering due to this person's actions. But with the Telescope, I feel like you saw some potential here, or you saw with your intuition a greatness of what could be created. You always had hope for some sort of future idea of something here that was more than what was able to manifest. You had a vision of the oak tree that just wasn't an oak tree yet. So, and maybe this person with the scintillation, there were periods of time where this person would, light up, or allow you to see some hope, and then kind of die out. And there was only periods of time where you were able to work with this energy, and then the energy might have been very flaky there, even with the Knight of Wands, like be engaged or be involved and committed 1 minute, and then sabotage, or 5 of Swords the next. Show, I don't know, a side of them that felt like it wasn't very loyal to this creation or to your partnership in some way. So Spirit, can we see some more? Am I missing something here? What is this wish? Like, what can we confirm for pile 3 that is indeed coming for pile 3? Is it this person? Is it a reconciliation? Is it getting on the same page as this person? Like, what is this wish? Okay, so we have the World. Yeah, concluding a cycle. We saw the 10 of Swords twice and the Death card, the World. This is successful conclusion, closure, putting something behind you. And I feel you're putting behind you any confusion with the 7 of Cups. This is sadness, regret, looking back on a situation. And I feel like with the 7 of Pentacles, something you engaged with, where you're able to put in a lot of your time and your energy, and now is time for the reward. I feel like the 7 of Pentacles talks about how we put a lot of care, time, energy, and effort into something that takes very long for us to see the benefits. So I feel like pile number 3, you're going to see the benefit of something here in this partnership. that I feel has been a long time coming, because you're concluding a cycle here. You're ending something here with this person, and it's a very difficult phase, and it kind of remains as something of the past in order for there to be a future. So I feel like the hurt's been done and you can't undo the hurt, but I feel like there is a silver lining here, and that's what this message is about. And I feel like it's always been something that you hope for, always something that you created. And interesting, we have the gray here border. I'm talking about silver lining. It's like I feel like there was something in the shadow. There was something here that out of the darkness, or out of the not knowing, because things were uncertain, that now there is something being birthed, that now there is something beneficial from this. So let's see what is beneficial from this that's going to be birthed for you guys. Spirit, what is going to be birthed for pile 3 now that they concluded this cycle? What is going to be this wish being birthed for pile 3? What can they expect as this wish come true? Wishes for pile 3. Spirit, thank you so much for this clear and concise message. The 10 of Swords again. I do feel a little bit more. Okay, so we have the 4 of Pentacles. That's stuckness. That is having to let go of something in order to make room for something else, but feeling like we can't let go, or we're held back too much. Being in our comfort zone, not allowing ourselves to move. Mother of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, stability. Being able to depend on oneself. We have the 6 of Wands, victory, celebration. The 10 of Swords, that's that ending again. And we have the Father of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. So Father of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, right by the Ace of Swords. So I feel like whatever person you're dealing with here is almost struck by some logical sense. I feel like this is the sort of truth. So truths come out in some way that sometimes it is painful to hear truths, and sometimes truths are painful for people to wrap their mind around and live. So I feel like whoever you are dealing with here is having to embrace some sort of truth. And I feel like this person is coming forward with truth. So this might have been something that is a long time coming, okay? Because maybe this person hasn't been all that forthcoming with truth, and it's caused a lot of the conflict. And I feel like this person was very stuck. And I think this person might have been very comfortable in an untruth, because embracing a truth would mean something maybe challenging to part with or having to do. So I feel like there is victory here, and the victory here is in celebrating a truth, in healing from situation here, that now you're able to embrace a truth and recognize that whatever past challenges, struggles, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands is now behind you guys, that you're able to put an end and have some closure to a situation here, because now there is truth, because now there is clarity, because now there is an ability to be very certain about what is real, be very grounded and be very clear. There is no 7 of Cups fantasy. There is no illusion, confusion. It is now clear. It is now confirmed. It is now very clear. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, like the conflict here has been very significant. And it could have been because someone was not willing to embrace a truth. Somebody would rather remain in an energy here that wasn't allowing there to be progress and truth embraced. So that is shifting, okay? And that might be huge in this situation, maybe because it's been a long time coming, or someone was very, 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 very stuck in an energy that wasn't allowing there to be truths coming out and progress. So I do feel like there's one more read here coming through with the tarot. What more do you need to know about this? What more does pile 3 need to know about this, Spirit? Why is this coming out for pile 3? Why is this a wish and a gift? What is the final message here for pile 3 that they need to know about this shift, this truth? coming through. What is the message? Thank you so much. The Star, it's your hope. I feel like you had a hope and a wish here. Look, hope, hope, healing. So lots of healing, and maybe there's been a lot of healing on this person's side with the Strength, having to face some sort of healing that maybe you thought was not possible at some point, but had some hope. Well, the Star is about creation because this is our wishes being satisfied. The Page of Wands, exploring new territory. The Nine of Cups, one's hopes and wishes fulfilled, where, yeah, there was great sadness. I think you gave up maybe at some point on someone here of ever being able to admit some sort of truth. Decision, we saw the Lovers, which is a choice. The Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Aquarius energy. I was going to say Sagittarius. 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So, pile 3. Whatever this person, I feel like at some point, I think you might have lost hope, or you might have felt like whatever vision you had was never going to be the case here. So you're feeling very sad, and you look back on a situation as lost. It is what it is. It's a hopeless case. But I feel like there's surprise here, because I feel like the surprise here is that this person is able to make a decision in truth, is actually able now to choose something here that is intelligent, that makes sense, no matter how painful it is for this person to have to face something here. So it allows there to be exploration, for there to be forward movement, for there to be now a new chapter, different than what you've experienced here with this person. So I feel like it is very heavy here to have to face a situation that brings a lot of trauma, because we've experienced pain, we've experienced loss, we've experienced 5 of Swords from somebody. And so I feel like maybe you might be questioning, you know, the loyalty you might have to this person or this situation, or theirs to you, because of your experience. And I feel like you're more grounded in reality of saying, well, all I can really look at is what I've experienced here. But Spirit is wanting you to know that there is whatever suffering that has happened has kind of come to a close, and to embrace this like with a youthful mindset of being able to explore what is new about the situation that's coming, to allow yourself to maybe not be so concerned with what has happened in the past so much, because this might restrict flow, and you might be the 4 of Pentacles that you're still holding back now because of your experience. So you're kind of guarded in some way of your security, because maybe in the past you allowed this person to impede on your security. So I feel like Spirit is showing here a need to take a childlike approach. Ask, you know, these curious questions, be able to explore, be able to move forward, because whatever suffering you had here is over, and there is a wish to be had. Your wish, your desire, your hope, your wishes satisfied. Okay, emotional satisfaction here. But I feel like you have the choice now to make this decision, because I do feel like there's an energy shift here with the Death card, and a huge transformation with this person that I think you weren't expecting or seeing in some way, so real that now it's like when we get our wish in front of us, it's like then we have to choose, and we're like, uh-oh, like, am I ready? You know, like, this is something I wanted and wished for and hoped for, and now that it's in front of me, I don't know if I can make this choice or this decision because of past experiences, or seeing something here in a way that might have been a reality in the past, but is no longer. Like the 10 of Swords keeps coming out, showing you it's over, it's ended. Whatever suffering you've had here is over. There's no need to carry a 10 of Wands. There's no need to be so burdened. I feel like you've learned that spiritual lesson. You've learned whatever you needed to learn. It is what it is, but it's now you're able to make something different here in this partnership. So I feel like the choice is yours. Pile number 3 now to choose this, because I do feel like this energy comes forward wanting to find balance, wanting to find that 2 of Cups, to find a truce in some way. And you might be very cautious, okay? But if this is your hope and your desire to be able to create something with this person, then allow yourself to explore this, allow yourself to choose this, allow yourself to understand that 2 things can be true, that you have experienced suffering and pain here, you know, in this situation, but that it could very well have changed and morphed and been over, and no need to carry that burden as something that is carried on to the future. Okay, so be very cognizant of how you allow this to come in. And I'm not saying you have to forgive someone who has been very painful to you, but I feel like you want to. I feel like your intuition is showing you to do this. I feel like there has always been a hope here for a shift or a change. And that's now that what you're experiencing, and maybe you're hesitant because you don't believe it, you know, and maybe you think that this is just a temporary kind of spark, that this is almost too good to be true, or that this person might, I don't know, sabotage things, or not be loyal, or do something here that might throw things off. And I think this is more confirmation from Spirit saying, no, things have changed. This is the wish coming true. So in a wish reading, you're seeing the star and the 9 of cups. Like, this is getting one's wish granted. Okay, so let's pull final message. Just a final message here from Spirit. Anything further Pile 3 needs to hear in order to give them the closure they need, or what they need to hear as guidance, as a final message for Pile 3, Spirit. What do they need to hear? Thank you so much. Be called to split the deck. Okay, so what is this final message about this wish coming true? What do you need to know? We have the Son of Cups. That's the Knight of Cups. Yeah, that's love. Coming forward, expressing love, open emotions. The Son of Pentacles, dedication, slow movement, determination, persistence. Where things were stuck. The Emperor. Yeah, divine masculine energy, taking charge. I just heard protection, empowerment. And look, the King of Cups. Oh my goodness, you guys. And we have the Knight of Wands. So, yeah, I feel like whatever was stuck here because of somebody, and they are coming through as a masculine energy, but it could just be that this person is now empowered, or they were maybe stuck. I feel like this person is coming into a healthy masculine energy of taking charge. We saw the Strength card, which is Leo, empowerment, courage. Now the Emperor is all about courage, Aries energy, divine masculine, being empowered to show and express one's love, dedicate themselves. Okay, and the King of Cups is the deepest loving king here, showing emotion in some way, because the King of Cups loves the deepest, but the King of Cups sometimes hides his emotions by not knowing how to express them clearly, not being able to, yeah, like be visible. And this is a very mature sort of emotional energy. So I do feel like with the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, somebody who might have been cold, or somebody who might have been unable to show the depths of love or take control, to be empowered, I feel like this energy is moving forward. This energy is now able to express itself as love, be able to show a sort of loyalty, be able to show itself through, I don't know, a place where it was stuck. And I do feel like this energy was very dedicated. I do feel like this energy was very loyal to you, despite maybe you not seeing it in some way. The Moon. Yeah, the Lovers. Okay, so there was fear potentially in this person expressing oneself, coming forward, having to face shadows, having to face fears, having to really tap into the feminine energy. And it could be that this person was in some sort of, masculine energy, so much so that was not enabling them to be receptive, not enabling them to be expressive of love and show emotions. So I feel like there is a choice this person is making to choose a partnership here, to come forward and express this despite fears, despite the unknown. And maybe they're not certain how you feel here, because you've been, I don't know, like I feel like with the Eight of Cups we were seeing at the beginning, like you've detached emotionally in order to preserve yourself here from someone who was very unhealthy. So I do feel there is a deep, deep love that's being expressed here. And now someone's empowered to show this, and someone's been dedicated and committed to doing this for quite some time. And maybe they just weren't able to get there, but in some way that now they're able to move forward to show this and choose this. So that's your wish. Look, we have Six of Cups. This is reconciliation. soulmates. This is family as well. So if this is a family member, maybe somebody from the past, you know, that we have a soul tie to, that reminds us of home, that makes us feel like home. It's a very deep, deep soul love. So I don't know who this person is, but I feel like maybe you wanted to make peace, find truce, and allow this person to do what they needed to do in some way. And I feel like this person is doing this. So maybe you never gave up hope, and maybe you knew in your intuition to do what it was that you were needing to do. And I think it's going to grow into this beautiful oak tree. And I don't know that you necessarily thought it would happen, but I feel like you had a hope and a desire and a wish for it to happen. And pile 3, it is happening here, and I feel it is very beautiful and very deserving, because I feel like you've gone through it here with this person that you didn't give up on. And even if you might have walked away here, I feel it was self-preservation and a much needed thing in order for there to be closure and movement, for something to end. So maybe you're questioning, you know, your own role here, like whether you weren't loyal in the end, if you had to do something here by abandoning maybe this person because of their 5 of Swords, and maybe you felt it was very conflicted here, but 7 of Pentacles coming through again, and the Hierophant. So yeah, I feel like there is a commitment, an understanding here of where you've put your energy is now finally being rewarded with something here. And it feels very, 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 very slow. It could have been a lifetime of, you know, or years and years of investing your energy here, and maybe you just gave up hope in some way in it ever coming true. But I feel like it was something you hoped would come true. Just I feel like you gave up in some sort of understanding that this person could ever change, or was very stuck in something that was unwavering. But I do see reconciliation. I do see peace. I do see this person coming forward. Now this is more of a matter of whether you are open and accepting, whether you decide and choose for this to be a path, because I feel like a path is opening now with the World card. Something's ending, the Death card, something's ending, and now something's beginning. The 2 of Wands means you choose to choose whatever path you want to walk on, so that you can reap the rewards here of a beautiful oak tree that will stand the test of time. All right, pile 3, this was a magnificent reading. I hope this resonated for you guys. I love you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye.